Watch this video to learn how to play the Graceful Ski Run from Piano Adventures 3B Technique Book. This is Piano Adventures Level 3B Technique and Artistry book, and today we are opening up to the Graceful Ski Run. The Graceful Ski Run is working on A minor scales. So in the right hand, we're going to be playing a long descending A minor scale. We're going to be playing it first forte, and then we're going to be changing it to a harmonic minor and playing it piano. We have this little passage here on line 3 that will be different, and then we will go back to an A natural minor scale. So there's quite a bit happening here. We're using some technique secrets. So in the last level, we learned about dropping in heavy to play the beginning of the scale and then letting the rest of the notes fall. So we're going to be using that technique secret. The other thing that we're going to be doing is using our closed hand. So when we play a scale with a closed hand, our knuckles are higher on the piano than typical. Typically, they're about like this. So closed hand makes them a little bit higher than that. So that's where you want your knuckles to look in this song. So beginning here on line 1, it's an A natural minor descending scale, and we're going to begin by working on that in the right hand. So you can see how high I am here. I am up. So this is middle C. This is almost 1 octave higher, 2 octaves higher, 3 octaves higher than middle C. That's where we start. So descending, we're going to drop 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. Go ahead and try it with me. So important that we first do a big drop in. So lift your hand up big when we begin. 1, 2, ready, begin. Good. After that, we go to an A harmonic minor scale. The only difference being that there's going to be a G sharp in it. This time we are playing piano, so our drop is going to be less, but we still want to have a little drop because that's where we get the momentum from. So it's like this. Go ahead and try it with me. 1, 2, ready, begin. Good. Now I'm going pretty fast on these scales to begin, but that's because as a student in my studio, you've usually played a lot of scales. If you need to, you can slow down the speed of the playback in order to play it slower. You can also pause the video to work on it. After that, still looking at what happens in the right hand, we're right here and it's 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Then we go up here. But we have to use a technique secret in order to make sure that it is not going to be too loud on that last note, and that's the round off. So that note right there is not as loud. So the first two are forte. We're going to drop in, but round off. Then it goes piano. Still rounding off so that the last note is not as loud. Try that line with me. 1, 2, ready, begin. Great. And then in the last line, we return to our A natural minor scale. So just like the beginning, you can play it with me. 1, 2, ready, begin. We retardando here because it's the end. So that's the basics for the right hand. At this point, what it becomes is putting the left hand with the right hand. So let's take a look at what the left hand does. Remember, tonic is the name for the bottom note of a scale. The bottom note of the scale is going to be A, and that is the tonic. Dominant is the name for the 5th note in the scale. The 5th note in the A minor scale is E. So we're going tonic to dominant, back and forth here. And that continues in the next line, just back and forth tonics and dominants. Here it does change a little bit, so we're going to move our pinky to G sharp, which is the note that we were playing in the harmonic minor scale. So that's an actual move there, but our thumb still stays on E. And then we're going to move our pinky to A again. Thumb stays on E. So your thumb is never moving. And then in the last line, we go back to tonic, dominant, tonic, dominant, tonic. So with that known, we're going to try to put it together, and I'm going to move my camera a little bit. For this part, we are going to be looking at a side view. If you want to look at a more detailed view, please do look at the first playback in this video. So you should have both of your hands ready. Your right hand should be about 3 octaves above middle C with your top finger, so it's A just below that. And your left hand should be on the A that's not just below middle C, but 1 octave lower. So we start with both A's. Try it with me. 1, 2, here we drop. Good. In the next line, we're playing that harmonic minor and it's piano. So it's now G sharp, but it's the same notes. E. Try it with me. 1, 2, and here we go. Good. Now in the third line, your pinky is going to go down to that G sharp. Don't forget to round off to cushion that sound. Now the first 2 are going to be forte, the second 2 are going to be piano. We're really going to drop into the first 2. 1, 2, and here we go. Now piano. Great. Going on to the last line, I want to make sure that we've had these nice round offs between because they really help with our landing. So you should be coming off a nice round off, and we're going to come up and drop it down again. And here we drop. You now know everything that you should need to know in order to put this piece together. To practice Graceful Ski Run, you will play this 3 times a day, each time focusing on a different aspect of the exercise. The first time, focus on playing all the correct notes. The second time, focus in on your technique. That includes the closed hand for scales and the round-offs. And the third time, focus in on those dynamics. Good luck learning this song this week.